Oh, howdy, partner. I was just thinking about you. So what am I doing? Oh, today I'm just trying to figure out how to self-publish all the amazing stuff that I'm writing. And I'm using this handy-dandy guide called Self-Publish and Succeed, the No Boring Books Way to Write a Nonfiction Book That Sells by Julie Broad. So some of you may be familiar with her channel, Book Launchers. Great channel, lots of helpful resources and information in there if you happen to be self-publishing, like I will be, hopefully this year. So this book covers a wealth of information. Yes, a lot of it is stuff you can find for free if you Google or YouTube enough. But this book basically is like your Cliff Notes that someone else did all the work to take and put together for you and put them into a book. So rather than spend God knows how long flipping through various videos and hoping to find valuable information, you basically have, I won't say everything you need to know. I'm sure there's always more to know, but you have a wealth of information wrapped up for you nice and neatly in this book. It's great. You can take notes in the, like this page is completely blank between chapters, I believe. Yes. This is a great place to write your own notes. You can also do like I've done and highlight things, underline things. I have found it to be extremely helpful. They talk about everything from how to title your book, since a good title goes a long way into selling your book, how to come up with the hook of your book. So what is the hook of your book? Basically, it's your elevator pitch. If I ask you, what are you writing about? What is your book about? I don't need a dissertation. I want a simple, quick few lines to sum it up. And that is the hook of your book. So they talk about that. They talk about Amazon and different ways to work with them and some different tips. How important formatting and interior design is. And one thing that they mention that's very important is, especially if you're writing nonfiction, the reader doesn't, yes, your book is about you in the way that you wrote it. It's your information that you're sharing, but the book is not really about you. Even if it's a memoir, the reader wants to know, what's in it for me? If I pay the money to buy your book and then I take the time to sit and read it, what exactly do I walk away with? So that's a good point that a lot of people need to keep in mind. It was great actually for me to realize certain things I was including in my book about my own experience wasn't necessary. I definitely wanted to put some of my own story in there so the person can see, oh, she's actually been through it. This is how she knows what she's talking about. She's been doing it for this long, and this is why she started doing it. This is why she continues to do it and is passionate about it. And this is what she thinks that she can offer someone who reads this book. So yes, some backstory important. Too much, it may do a disservice for your reader. They talk about how important your table of contents is, how you word your table of contents. Some people will open a book, go to the table of contents, and if they are intrigued, your book is sold. But if it's no interest to them, they're reading the table of contents going, you're probably going to lose the book, even if what it goes beyond the contents is amazing content. If you don't sell them on these first initial things, right, we're not going to make the sale. And she just covers a lot of details, a lot of things you may or may not think about, how to work with a ghostwriter, the unexpected problem with book editors, which is where I'm at now, going through the process of for the first time ever, figuring out how to find the right person for me. So that's really helpful. They cover the fact that Amazon is a great place to sell books, but they're not going to sell your book for you. You're still going to have to do a shitload of marketing, promoting, talking about it, just getting it out there yourself. A couple of things that I'll just go through quick. Chapter titles sell books, creating a killer table of contents. The secret to writing is just to sit your butt down and get to work. Yes, I mean, a lot of times we overthink, which stops us from actually getting the work started or finished. Time spent planning ahead is saved. Time saved writing. Yes, I have learned this the very hard way. Every detail of your book matters when it comes to book marketing, so they get into that. About your acknowledgement section, how you should handle that. They talk about beta readers, 5 steps to finding a great editor, which I need to reread. Do you have your facts straight? Of course, it's very important if you're, writing a nonfiction that your facts are correct, because readers will notice and they will point it out. Tips for editing your own book. Don't waste your money on the wrong editor. Different types of editors. How to handle critique. Tips for effectively caring and feeding for your ghost. Tips to effectively care and feed your ghostwriter to get the best work. Talking about how you can do better than just breaking even with your book, considering you more than likely spent a lot of time on it. You obviously don't want to lose money on it, and preferably don't want to just break even. So that's going to be something worth reading again. That's why I like to highlight. So when I do have to re-reference, I don't need to read the entire chapter over again, just parts I felt were useful enough to come back to, and want to quickly reference. Getting your book into a library. So this is a fantastic resource if you plan on self-publishing. Like I said, it's kind of like going through Google and YouTube, collecting a bunch of information about it, and, having the notes put in a book for you. She runs a publishing house. She knows what she's talking about. She's not just like, writing a book to write a book. She has the experience to back up, her credibility here. So again, this is by Julie Broad, whose YouTube channel is Book Launchers, and she has a website, booklaunchers.com. Self-publish and succeed. So shout out to Julie. I actually got a signed copy. I won. She has contests on her channel and has giveaways, I believe, every week. So something to check out for sure. And that being said, if you could just do me a favor, friend, pal, buddy, if you could just subscribe, like, ring the bell, do the things, tap the buttons, tap the like button, comment, of course, that would mean everything. And I hope you have a great day. Speaking of, before I go, I'll be reviewing this book next, The Writer's Digest, Guide to Good Writing. Oh, purchase or pass? Absolutely purchase and keep. Also, next review is this book. And starting next month, I would actually like to try something different. I love doing the book reviews, but I think I'm ready to have a little fun, a little more fun, and shake things up a little. So I have an idea, and you'll see it next month. So in another week or so, I will have the first video in the series. It will be a 4-week series if it goes well, meaning I'm getting engagement with it. People are telling me they like it, they want more. Absolutely will be happy to keep doing it. It's a little bit of work on my part. Going to be fun though, so well worth it. So keep your eyes out for that. And until then, take care. See you in the next video.